We've been through a lot of these over the years, and I don't recall many times hearing 185 miles per hour.
This thing went right over Barbuda. It did damage. We have not heard from that island in now 6 hours. I don't understand this, but Sir Richard Branson is on that island right there in a wine cellar. I think when he gets out of there later today, I think he will tell us what a unwise decision that was to ride this 185 mile per hour wind out. Everything will be demolished.
I just left everything I own in the path of the most powerful hurricane that's ever been in the Atlantic. And I'm scared. Like, really scared. I'm scared for my friends and my coworkers who are staying behind. I'm scared for all my stuff. Before I left, I sandbagged and boarded up all my windows and threw everything I could into a suitcase. And I threw a few items into a Ziploc bag that I just couldn't bear to leave behind. My grandfather's bolo tie is one of the big ones. And I've got his pins from working with Lockheed. First his 5-year pin and his 25-year pin. You know, he worked there for over 30 years, but I don't know if they had a pin for that. This is another big one. This is a planner from 1994 that my grandfather wrote in. He writes about taking me to the airport and, you know, watching airplanes with me. This is just special stuff. I couldn't lose. It's just not an option. I was not planning on flying to New York City this week. Out of all the cities I could go to, I decided New York City because I have friends there, and also another big thing, the USS Intrepid Museum. There they have Space Shuttle Enterprise and an A-12 Blackbird that I've never taken a picture of. And you know, one of the whole points of my website is to try to take pictures of all 30 surviving Blackbird aircraft, and this is another one. I'm getting close to having all of them.
Good afternoon and welcome aboard JetBlue Flight 478 service to JFK, New York.
I've got to make a big thanks to JetBlue because they offered $100 tickets to anybody who wanted to leave Florida. And the tickets filled up really fast, but I got one and I'm leaving. Now we just watch how all this stuff unfolds. Not good. It's tomorrow. It's the next day. Hurricane Irma is making landfall in Florida right now as we speak. The eye is way down here, but the storm is covering like half of Georgia. I'm really scared for my friends. I don't know what else to say. But in the meantime, I'm safe because I'm up here staying with a couple of friends at this mansion from the 1860s. It's a really weird, really incredible place to stay. Lots of my vlogs that consist of me climbing through a window. So I'm standing on a house that's weathered Hurricane Sandy, and it stood here for well over 100 years, and that sort of gives me hope for my place. Definitely. Tornadoes are going through my hometown right now. There are like all these warnings that are popping up on my phone all the time, and here we are. 120 mile an hour winds, and the eye is getting really, really close to where I live. Not good. We'll just see tomorrow morning. I can't sleep. This is awful. I just hate this. Okay guys, I've got good news. The hurricane did not hurt anything at my place. I've checked in with all my good friends. They're all safe. Now it's time to have a day in New York City. Right over there, that's the Intrepid Museum. That's where we're going. Look at this city and look at these airplanes. That is A-12 number 925. Of all the A-12s left in existence, this one has the smallest amount of flight hours, 177.9 hours in the sky. It's sitting here on an aircraft carrier, as you can see. This bird never flew off of an aircraft carrier. It's a CIA airplane. It's not even military, but it sure looks good here with the New York skyline in the background. I'm gonna get some photos. Five hours later, I took a lot of good photos, and I found that this museum is so much more than just a blackbird. This is one of the prototype F-14s, and way over here, something very special. Follow me. Not that you have a choice. Space Shuttle Enterprise in this pavilion right now. The first space shuttle, the original. This is a very special moment for me because I have now photographed all of the space shuttle orbiters. Now I'm gonna go to a very special spot in the city, and well, you'll see why. Today's September 11th, 2017, and I'm here at the World Trade Center. This is my third time visiting this site. The first time, I was a little kid and I stood on top of the Twin Towers. The second time, I was a little bit older. It was just a year after the terrorist attacks, and all these buildings surrounding us were still all smashed up. It was awful. Ground zero. And it looks very different today. I've got to go to the top. You know, there's something about standing on the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. With Lady Liberty in the background. It's as good as it gets. I'm glad I came here. New York City is the greatest city on earth. But it's time to go back to Florida. Let's go see if everything's okay at my house.
Welcome to you to Jacksonville, Florida.
So I called my landlady. She told me the apartment was safe, but the suspense is still killing me. All right, I'm home. It's tomorrow, and let's see how my apartment did. Jeez, my backyard is all flooded out. My window is still there. That's good. Hey, my place is still here. It's really dark in here. Just gonna leave that open. I can't see. Wow, I think I'm good. Dude, yeah, the place is fine. Oh my gosh, and look, my Lego Saturn V is safe. Whew, Hurricane Irma. Ugh. Okay, it's over.